Friday night with Riley and Durrant. New breed with Riley and Durrant.
Right, it's the last hour of the show. It's Riley and Durrant, Friday night, our little house party on Galaxy. I'm Andy Durrant.
I'm Nick Riley.
And basically it's quite eclectic, something different for the next hour. For the last part of the show, we've got something banging and tough and techie and trancy from Richard Durand. And for the next half hour, it's New Breed. It's the sound of the underground. It is the world's hottest new talent in electronic music. And tonight we welcome onto the show Miguel Campbell. How's it going, man?
Hi, mate. You okay?
Yeah, very good, thank you. You've been on once before, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Going back, what, about a year ago, something like that?
Yeah, about 18 months maybe.
Okay, wicked. Well, it's time for a proper catch-up. We want you to play. I know you're going to be doing a bit of a producer showcase tonight again, so playing all your own stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is really exciting. But for anyone who missed you on before, can you tell us all about yourself, where you're from, what do you play, what you're all about, who's influenced you, just everything that we might need to know?
Yeah, sure. Well, my name's Miguel Campbell. I'm from Leeds. The sort of music I play and make is disco house, kind of with a French twist. I got into DJing and producing because I DJ'd at a local youth club at school. Started on the hip-hop thing and then really discovered how to mix when I started playing with the 4/4 house beats and things. Moving on from there, started hitting the clubs, and that was it really. It was house music all the way.
And what sort of DJs and producers have influenced you?
Primarily the influence has been Daft Punk. They kind of pioneered the way the sounds created that we do now, you know.
I know, like, you were playing us some of your tracks just before we were chatting there, and there's that sort of, you can hear those elements of like Daft Punk in there, which is actually very hard to kind of get that feel and that groove on records.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a difficult sound to achieve, but with enough practice you can get there, man.
I mean, has it taken a long time?
Yeah, it's taken a few years to achieve that particular sound. Once you have the process in place, though, it's quite easy to work with, you know.
Best break, biggest break so far, what do you reckon that's been?
Quite recently landed the residency at the Eggs through a label that I work with, Blowing East. They're based in London. Met those guys strictly on MySpace, and then when I met them, we kind of hit it off. They were actually some friends of in London, so yeah, it was kind of like a friends and family thing straight away.
Wicked.
And yeah, it's been working well.
Best gig, if you had to choose one?
Funny enough, one of the gigs that I've enjoyed the most was quite recently. I did a bed race day at Knaresborough, a night called Sheeps that I did for one of my friends there. Strictly friends and family vibe game. It was all out, sunshine was burning, led down the French house, and yeah, it worked a treat.
Awesome. Okay, well, you've got loads of tracks coming out at the moment. I know you've given us a big pile to have a listen through. All sound amazing. Tell us about what have you got on the way, where can we get hold of them?
Okay, well, quite recently I've released 2 artist albums. One of them, Mam, Love Lights, Music and More. That's myself and my partner Matt Hughes. We've probably been working on this album for about a year now, just picking out the best little funky disco bits that we've had that kind of work together, you know.
And are these all coming out on your own label?
Yeah, they're all out on Outcross Records. One of them was released at the very beginning of the month, one of them just 10 days ago on the 7th.
You go into loads of different aliases actually, don't you? So just run down everything that, you know, so if we're searching through record shops, we're going online to the download stores, what should we be looking out for?
Okay, you can find myself, Miguel Campbell, my partner Matt Hughes. We both together wear Mam. The Josh Booth album was also produced by myself. We have HCB. There are a number of different labels that I also push, the Big Fish Club and also Begging Disco. So the artists that we go under on there are Hugo Borealis and Ruben Sparks.
It sounds like a lot of stuff to remember there. So what's the best place to go if we want to find out more? MySpace's websites, give them a shout.
If you want to find out more, you can find everything at our own MySpace, which is myspace.com/Outcross Records. You can go direct to our website, which is www.outcrossrecords.com, or you can hit us up on Facebook.
Awesome. Doing a half-hour showcase of all his own stuff, all his own material. Turn it up nice and loud on New Breed tonight. The brilliant Miguel Campbell.
48 hours off from the world. The Galaxy Weekend.
of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness.
Only place on the radio you're going to hear brand new DJs, brand new producers, brand new promoters, basically the future of electronic music. In session for a full half hour is Galaxy and it's Friday night with Riley and Durrant. Tonight's guest, Miguel Campbell.
I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time.
Galaxy.
No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness. I'm not looking for a good time. No, I just found my piece of happiness.
my sisters, get it on. Sisters, get it on. Sisters, get it on. All my brothers, keep it on. Brothers, keep it on. Brothers, keep it on. All my sisters, get it on. Sisters, get it on. Sisters, get it on. Everybody, get it on. Get it on.
listening to Galaxy, locked into Riley and Durrant and New Breed, a showcase for the underground, the unheard and the unsigned. Tonight's guest comes out of Leeds, is called Miguel Campbell.
to the Galaxy Weekend. Galaxy.
Let's feel the pulse beat up. Gotta keep moving. Gotta share this feeling, yeah. Gotta hypnotize me. Want you in my arms, baby. When the sun goes down, 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 goes down tonight. Hey, are you just teasing me? Are you leading me on? This feeling inside so strong. Can't you see my fire up to ignite? Oh yeah. Come a little closer. I need your loving, baby. The sun goes down tonight. I've got to keep this going, 'cause I know this feeling's mutual. Just show me a sign, baby, that you want my love, honey. Tonight, up, down, tonight, 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 tonight, up, down.
Right, for the last half hour, you have been entertained by our new reader this evening. Some hot new talent. Look out for him coming out of Leeds. Miguel Campbell. Thank you very, very much for coming in, man. And that was all your own stuff, yeah?
Yeah, everything was either myself or artists on the labels.
Wicked. Okay, and if we want to find out more, the websites and MySpaces, hit them up again?
You can hit us up at www.outcrossrecords.com or the MySpace, which is myspace.com/outcrossrecords, or you can find us on Facebook.
And have you got any gigs coming up you want to give a shout out to, or any tracks coming out?
Yeah, I have two special gigs coming up really that I want to mention. One of them is on the 25th of September, Le Bloc, it's their birthday bash. That's at Rouge in Huddersfield. And of course we've got the Outcross Records birthday party at Back to Basics in Leeds. That's on the 24th of October, and that's down at my house.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I've really, really enjoyed it, Miguel. It was good to see you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Make sure it's not 18 months next time. Give it another 6 and come back.
Most definitely.
Because I know, just the amount of stuff that you're putting out at the moment is pretty incredible. So.
Yeah, we've got kind of like a little hit factory going on in the studio, man.
Awesome. Okay, Miguel Campbell out of Leeds, your guest on New Breed this evening. Something completely different with Richard Durrant next.